Hello, hello, hello. Happy Wednesday. Sorry for the non-face-to-face time. I don't have my camera holder to do both. I only brought one. I'm at the lake right now. Sorry, just trying to find so I can see comments and see what you're looking at. It always helps to know what everyone's. I apologize for this shadows that are happening here. The lighting, it's plenty bright. It just is right above me, so it creates that shadow. I tried to have it as minimal as possible. I'll try to keep it down lower so it's not so and it's super shaky. So I tried to do all my die cutting ahead of time so I don't make you too seasick. So today we are looking at the Lights Aglow suite. It is a huge suite. It is not one that I even was remotely interested in when I saw it in the catalog. I was tempted to do this summer school vacation training thing with another demonstrator, and she was using this as her main suite that we were going to use in the training. So I thought, okay, well, I'm going to go outside of my comfort zone and I'm going to buy it and I'm going to just see. I was curious. So anyways, I had already purchased I don't know if I'd gotten some of the glimmer paper for sure. I had gotten the elements. I had pieces and parts of it. I just really needed the bundles, and there's 2 bundles, and that was the thing. I was kind of like, when I first saw it, I'm like, oh, it's a bunch of dots. Like, why do I need a bunch of dots? How much can you really get out of the dots? Does it really look like twinkle lights? Like, why do I need that? So yeah, I was kind of negative about it. So hopefully, as I've been playing with it, I have fallen in love with this suite. It is so versatile and you can do so many different creative things with it. It is unbelievable. So if you like to be creative and you like to kind of take things one step further, I mean, you can be really simple, but you can also take it, I mean, as far as you can create and come up with things in your head. So I still have a bunch of things in my head that I want to try and play with this. I will try and show you as much as far as I've gone. I haven't even played with this paper yet. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to show you all the different pieces and parts. But before I do, I wanted to mention, so most of you know it's Sale-a-Bration time. And we've had our little Sale-a-Bration catalog where you can earn things for free. A couple of the things are now out. This has been gone for quite a while, and like I was mentioning, those these tree lot dies, they are now sold out as well. So hopefully you got your hands on them. If not, I'm probably going to be doing a draw for a set later this summer. But because things are selling out, they have released more items that you can earn. So these are the newest. I don't like this shadow. So these are actually out of our annual catalog. You can get the 3D timber embossing folder, Flowers of Home dies, silver foil specialty pack. It's 12 by 12. Silver paper, the gingham embossing folder, dots and spots die. Just for an example, this die alone is $44 or $45, and you can get it for free when you spend $120. So and these daffodil dies are another really expensive set. The aspen tree dies also are in the 40s. I really like this one. Haven't got it yet. The craft gift boxes are great. Seashells embossing folder, and then the brushed metallics. So these ones are more the golds and copper. I don't know if it's copper, brass. And these ones are silver, kind of into the purpley tones. I think they're all supposed to be silver, but some of them head towards the purple. I don't have it. I don't have a color printer. I'm sorry. But you can look them up. If you go on my store, they will pop up as things you can choose for Sale-a-Bration. So don't miss out on those. Those ones, I don't know if, I don't think that they will be while supplies last because they are regular items. So they should be there until the end of August. Although we are already in August. Can you believe it? I can't believe it. It feels like we just started our summer and it's like almost time to go back to school. I'm so sad, but I have to enjoy it while I can. So this is the suite. So there's actually 4 pages of the suite. These are some samples. These are all the things included in the suite. So you can, if you love this suite and you want all of it, it's $204 for the whole suite, and there's one item number that you punch in, which would, by the way, get you a $120 Sale-a-Bration item plus another $60 Sale-a-Bration item. So you could get some good stuff along with that. So more samples. Here's the one stamp set and then the other stamp set. So like I said, I kind of looked at these dies and I was like, eh. But as you play with it, you discover that there's so much stuff you can do with it. So they're both plain stamp sets. One is kind of the stamp part. The other one is the greetings, which are great. So they're the red rubber stamp sets. And then there's the dies that go with it. So this set of dies goes with this one. You can stamp, cut, you can cut out the outline, you can cut out the inside. Since I won't be cutting in front of you, when you do cut, like if you want to cut out the snowflake, you would take your piece of paper here. Let's move all this stuff out of the way. So white isn't a good piece for me to show you on here. I've got a piece of green here. So you would have your outline. This is your snowflake outline. And then if you wanted to have the holes to get kind of the glow look, you would just set it inside. If you feel more comfortable, you could put a piece of washi tape, but it sits pretty well. So even if it shifts a little bit, it's not shifting much. So you would cut them both at the same time, and same with the tree. You can cut out the tree outline as you can see here. Pieces flying everywhere. You can cut out the tree with the holes. You could cut out just the holes and have it on a solid piece of paper, or you could cut out just the solid tree. There's all these kind of snowflakes, and I was thinking these were all I was thinking this was a snowflake, and then I realized it actually is the star to this tree. So I think in one of the samples here, where did I see it? Oh, it must be. So don't forget, in the back where they have the bundles, there's even more samples for you to check out. Oh, so this one, so this isn't the one I'm thinking of. I don't know where I saw it. Anyways, you can cut out the star for the tree and it looks cool. So there's all sorts of pieces and parts that you can use. And then there's like the snowflakes and the little mini tree and the other snowflake. And then you've got the garland piece that you can do. And then for this one, well, this one I will show you as we go. It's very cool. It has all the light, twinkly light pieces, and then it has the labels. So between this label, this circle label, and this one, you pretty much can cut out all of these greetings. They all fit one of the three labels, which is kind of cool. Here it just shows you the three of these, but you know, you can fit the joy, the 'tis the season, happy new year, and this one. These all go into here. This one, this one, this one, this one all go into here, and then the happy holidays and seasons greetings. And I think to you and Merry Christmas fit in this one. So lots of options. I forgot to say, I jumped right into this here. If you're watching, say hello. My comments don't always, I have nothing scrolling. So hopefully say hi where you're watching from. If you're watching the replay, say hi. Would love to hear from you. Okay, so that is the suite. Let me show you I find the catalog never does things justice. So the one set of designer series paper, it's 6 by 6, and it's got, so the colors for the suite are cherry cobbler, basic black, evening evergreen, soft succulent, and very vanilla. As you can see, I've cut into a lot of this. They're double-sided as usual, so lots of fun. I love the bouquet dots. It just adds to the whole twinkly lights idea of things. There's the very vanilla. So lots of, there's this green one that's kind of cool. It's got like a tree going on. And some stars. I think there's 4 of each. And then there's these cool ones where there's, you can basically cut it into 4, so 3 by 3 squares, and you end up with kind of the frames. So those are cool. There's soft succulent ones, and there's cherry cobbler ones, and then there's these. So you could use this, like this isn't just Christmas, you could totally use this for birthdays, which like this would make a great 4th of July kind of look. Let's see, and then there's this cute kind of, you could do like a mermaid tail with this. Like I said, sky's the limits on creativity. You can just keep going and going. There's the red one. And then it's got so similar to the green, only your different colors. So those are the 6 by 6 papers. I'll just set that aside. I'm trying to keep my scraps because I've seen people use them in such creative ways. I actually have to try and use my scraps. My little scraps, not just, I keep the bigger ones. Then there's this paper. I'm not going to be demoing this today because I haven't got here in my plane. But it's really cool. Like it's got the shiny metallic-y red snowflakes on the red. And then this one, I think it goes fairly well with Daffodil Delight, but they call it gold. So it's not actually one of our yellows, but it's cool. And these ones are one-sided. So they're just like a specialty glimmer. And then this one has the beautiful snowflakes, the soft succulent. Hopefully you can see that even with that silly shadow there. Okay, and then there's this beautiful glimmer paper. So it comes with 2 sheets of each, and there's, I don't know if this is vanilla or, I guess it would be kind of very vanilla. And then it has the evening evergreen, which is gorgeous. And then it has the gold, which makes for great twinkly lights. But like, look how shiny that, and the great thing with the glimmer paper is it doesn't come off. Like you're not going to end up with glitter all over your hands, or like if you mail it to someone, They're not going to have glitter all over the place like back in the day when we used to stick glitter all over our projects. And I'd come upstairs and my husband would always be like, oh, you've been crafting again. How do you know? Oh, you've got glitter on your face and your hair everywhere. Okay, let's get started on our projects now that, oh, actually, I didn't show you everything. Here's the ribbon. Beautiful, kind of very vanilla with the gold trim. Another great ribbon that goes well with this suite are these are out of the annual catalog. There's soft succulent and there's evening evergreen, but I only bought the soft succulent knowing that I could take my blends and use my evening evergreen to turn this, I don't know if I do. So here's the evening evergreen. And with our blends, the ribbon just soaks it up and dries very quickly. So you can see it colors right through. And then now I have evening evergreen. So I didn't buy both, I just bought the lighter one knowing that I could color it and get both colors out of it. So there's those, and then there's the little elements. Oh, there they are. Too many things. So these are the, what do you call them? Red and green adhesive back pearls. And don't be fooled, so when they come in the package, and the package is hiding the red. So all you see is these gold, silver, and kind of the soft succulent green. So I know my mother-in-law was like, where's the red? And I said, oh, it's underneath. So don't freak out if you buy them and you don't see the red. It's just hiding. But they're really pretty pearls. I think that is all the pieces. And look, even the front cover is this suite. So that's what you see. Let me just make sure I got all of it. I think I did. Yes. Okay, we've seen all of it. Now, on to the first card. So like I said, I've pre-cut most everything because I didn't want to be shaking you all over the place. I've got a piece of evening evergreen. It is 4 1/4 by 11. And I'm just going to move my cutting blade and I'm going to score it at 5 1/2. And then I'm going to score it again at the 2-inch mark here. Okay, so I've got my 5 1/2, which is half. And then I've got 2 inches and I'm just going to fold it inwards. And then, so this is a card and then it's going to have a gift card holder built in, so you could take any a round punch, some kind of punch that you have, and just punch a little hole in there. And then you want to take, you probably want to use your tear and tape. I do not have tear and tape here with me, so I'm just going to use, if you have the Stampin' Seal Plus, that works well also. I had COVID right before we came out, and so when I was packing, I definitely had COVID brain. It was not working so good. I'm sleeping like 14 hours a day, I swear. Like, I have so limited energy, but those of you who know me know that I had limited energy to begin with, so it doesn't surprise me, but it really sucks. I play one time and then I'm done for the day. Anyways, so we've got our card base, we've got our little gift card holder. Then what I've done is I took some of the DSP, the 6x6 DSP, I die cut using this strip, and then I took a bunch of the snowflakes and I put them on here, so I've got a whole bunch of holes. And then I decided to take the vanilla instead of the gold. So a lot of people are using the gold, and I was trying to think, well, how can I use up my other colors? and I thought it looks a lot more like snow. So for me, this is like snowfall going on here. And then I was going to put these together. Now, glimmer paper is very hard to stick things to. So your options here are either mini glue dots, they work very well, or you can use glue, but you have to have the time to let it sit and actually stick to it. So I'm just gonna need to be able to see where my holes are. It's hard to see. Let's put a couple dots where we can. Okay, then I'm just gonna stick it down. The nice thing with the glue is you can shift it around, and then I'm just gonna put my punch here on top to kind of hold it down, and I'm just gonna set it aside while it dries. So we'll do the inside while we're waiting for that. So I just have the same, so it's the smaller piece, the same as what we just glued down. And I'm gonna put that, you wanna put it on the inside before you put the outside, because you wanna make sure your outside covers your inside piece. Oh, hi, Yolande. All right, see, the comments aren't coming up. Okay, so then you can choose something for the inside. We'll just use this because it's already on a block, and since we're using Evening Evergreen, we will use the Evening Evergreen. Now my stamp pad is super juicy, so I'm really not pushing down on it. Otherwise, I will get a big, very thick, blobby, oh, it's a little crooked. So I don't even have my grid paper here, so it's hard to tell kind of how it's, so I have to turn it a little. The nice thing with not sticking it down right away is I get a second try, and then I get to choose which one I like most. I find it so hard to stamp without my head right above. I don't know about you guys. There we go, that's better. But I hate sticking my head in the video camera. Maybe I'll use this snowflake here. It's big enough. Not quite, but it'll work. It'll do. Put one there. And one up here. So that's the inside. And then we'll just put our stamp and seal here. And I'm just gonna center it on my card here. So then you've got that. So then when I put this down, so what, so that I don't glue this part down, I'm going to put the adhesive on the end here. And I know that my paper's slightly larger than this white piece, so I'm okay there. And then I'm gonna do the other end of it here, and then just a little, so then I know that I'm not sticking anything where it doesn't belong. And then again, I'm gonna try and center it, but making sure that I've got that white piece covered. And then you've got your card, and then we'll see. Oh, it's glued because it's sticking to the punch here. Okay, I don't know how dry it is. We'll just kind of be a little careful. So the back side of the glimmer paper is fine to adhere. It's just the glimmery part that's difficult, that you need to use the glue dots or glue. So there, I don't know if you can see in the video how that sparkles, but it sparkles way more than and that's probably why you don't really see how nice it is in the catalog either, because it's really hard to get that sense of how much it actually sparkles. Now I'm missing, here we go. Oh, I forgot my string. Shoot. It's hard to see the sparkle. Yeah, I don't know. The gold one is much easier to see. Oh my goodness, I've got hair everywhere. But it really does sparkle in real life. Now, if let's cut this off. I think I did this when I made my first card as well. I forgot to put my ribbon. But because I only have Stamp and Seal on part of it, I should be able to sneak it through. Let's see if we can kind of get it through here. Where's the ribbon? My ribbon is it's found its own way somewhere else. Okay, so we'll just slide that through. Okay. And then I usually leave it tied to the other end of my ribbon, especially if I'm just doing one. If I'm doing a bunch, I will do the one, take it apart, and then kind of see how much I need. But this way, it uses less ribbon. Now, I'm not very good at some people hold this down while they're doing the bow. I'm not very good, so I always do a double knot just so that it holds it in place, and then I don't have to worry about it moving around on me, and then I just do a regular bow without having to hold that down. And I seem to have been a little stingy on how much I left, but we'll make it work here. Okay. So we've got that. So if you wanted for this to stand out even more, you could color it or use the evening evergreen one. And then this is one of the labels from the, what's it called? Labels Aglow. And then we can do the Merry Christmas, which fits perfectly on there. I should have showed you guys with the gold behind it. You might have been able to see. I'm doing another one with gold though, so you'll see. Hopefully you'll be able to see the gold sparkling through. So we've got our Merry Christmas, and then we can just pop that up with some dimensionals. I brought like the most used dimensional. I don't even know. I thought I had grabbed like a thing of tools, and if I did, I have no idea where I put it. We normally drive 2 cars out. We only brought one, so I tried to pack as light as I could. You know, we got the 2 dogs and it adds up. Okay, but we made it. So now you could add, since I already, so here's my first one that I did. This one I cut out the outline snowflakes out of the glimmer paper. I don't know if you can see that with that shadow that's there. But instead, since I already have my snowflakes in the white, I think I will take maybe some of these soft succulent, oops. there we have our card. And then you just put a gift card in. So super simple, easy. You're bow challenged. Yes, most of us are bow challenged. I saw someone did a double bow the other day and it looked so simple, and I haven't played with it to try it, but I'll have to. And I really do like having the bow maker, which I do not have here right now, so challenges me a little bit more with my swollen fingers all the time. Okay, next card. I'm not gonna actually go through and make this one because it's pretty simple. But this is the circle. It doesn't punch out any circles. It just cuts the dots out. So this is 3 1/4, I think, by 3 1/4. And then here's the gold glimmer paper. So hopefully you get an idea of how sparkly it gets. I don't know. Can you see that? It does sparkle quite a bit. And then all I did was so this circle is the circle in here. That's the second label. And then stamped from the labels here, all is merry and bright, into the circle. And I just glued it down. And then here I have very vanilla behind. I used the 6x6 Designer Series paper. This is the ribbon that's part of the suite, the vanilla with the gold. And then another very vanilla. So it's just layered, but I don't know if you can see that, but it's super pretty. Like, it looks like twinkling lights. You're just gonna have to believe me on this one, right? You didn't notice the die set either. I noticed the die set in that I looked at it, but I was like, really? Bunch of dots? No thanks. So yeah, now that I'm playing with it and I actually get to see it, it's like, wow, this is really cool. So yeah, things you don't notice until you actually play with it and see it in person. All right, oopsie, I just dropped something. Our last card, I've got another 4 1/4 by 11. Let me move these cards out of the way here. And then we're not gonna score it at the usual 5 1/2. We are going to score it at the 4. And then we're going to score it at 9 1/2. Or if you wanted to turn it around, it would be 1 1/2. I think, right? Yes. So 4 and 9 1/2. And then I don't even have a bone folder here. That's how pitiful I am. So you'll just fold both sides. And then that makes your usual 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 card, but just with a different kind of look. Then I've got some pieces of the Designer Series paper. So I cut them at 2 by 4 1/2. And how do I want to do this? We don't want gold with gold. Maybe we'll go like this. Okay. Then we'll just put some adhesive just on the top, because these are going to dangle off of here, so you don't want to put adhesive all the way down, or it'll stick to that other piece. It's so hard to use the non foil side, I guess. Make sure it's not hanging off the end of your card. That would probably be the most important part. And then, oopsie, no. Not ready yet. Okay, so we've got our pieces here. That's our background. And then what I've got is I've got the outline of the snowflake. So remember I said you can cut out just the outline. So that would be just this one. And then in order to cut out this piece, here I'll put it on the, I hate this shadow, it's driving me nuts. So in order to get this one, you would take this and this one together, and you would run it through your Big Boss together like that, and then it gives you this. So if you're just doing the outline, you get the plain outline, and then when you add this piece to it, then you get this piece. And then I'm going to take it one step further, and I have not done this yet. This is a total first trial. I was curious to see. I tried it with the tree, so you can stamp the tree and then cut it out and have the holes, but I find it's super busy. But then I wanted to try it on, if I can find the tree, I'll show you. I wanted to try the snowflake to see how the snowflake stamp fits onto here when it's got all these holes. Now, since I've already cut it out, I'm going to show you a trick on how to stamp after the fact. So I'm going to take my snowflake stamp here, and I've got the cutout piece from when I cut out my snowflake, and I'm just going to stick it. You can kind of wiggle it and you can feel it kind of grabbing. So I think it's in the right place, and in order to check if it's in the right place, you can just take, since I have a piece of paper underneath here, I'm just going to stamp it down and see if it's perfectly centered. So now you know you've got it in the right place. I'm going to clean this because I'm going to be using Versamark here. Oh, sorry, I'm shaking you around. And then you're just going to take your pre-cut piece. You're going to stick it in there. It's a little curly, but it'll do. And then I've got my gold embossing powder here with the nice new tray that we have. And I've got my Versamark. Get that all stamped up. I wish I don't have this, so I think it would look really nice with silver embossing powder, but I don't have. I just have the gold here. Like I said, packing light. Okay. Now, the other thing I don't have with me is the tool to hold it. So this is going to be a little tricky. You might want to stamp it before you cut it. Do as I say, not as I do. And then, oops. I'll just, oh, it looks so pretty. And it totally works around the holes. Like you're not stamping in the holes, which is pretty cool, if you ask me. I'm always amazed at how they get all of these things working together. Okay, I think we're good. I don't know if you can see that, but it totally is like not on any of the holes. It's all where the holes aren't. So then get the heat tool out here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to not burn my fingers. Hang on. I'm gonna somehow hold this. Okay. Try and heat this up. Sorry if it's noisy, but I wanted to save something to show in person. Can't do it all ahead of time. They're so much fun to watch. My heat tool's not very warm. It's turning. It's so delicate, it's hard to see if it's turned. Okay, I gotta flip my thing around here. It's so pretty. Try and get it all here. Let's see. Are we close? I think so. It looks shiny everywhere. Oh yeah. Okay, we're good. So can you see that? Isn't that pretty? I should have done it before and after. I don't know if I have an extra snowflake cut out here. I do have another card with a snowflake. I'll show you after. So if you put it onto, let's see. I'll be able to see it. Oh, that's so pretty. Can you see that? So it's really, I think if I were to put gold behind it, I think it would get too busy. Let's see, do I have a gold? I have a gold tree. I don't have a gold, I'll just use this. Oh, so that really, if you want like gold on gold, you can get some super sparkle. But I find it very busy, although it does really pop. And I know you can't see this one as well, but I find it's just kind of delicate and snowy. I like the snow, so I'm gonna go with this. And once again, see, I don't know if you can tell, all my dots didn't quite pop out, so if you're picky about that, you can make sure all your dots are gone. Okay, so then I'll just show you how it ends up. This one is a red one that I did. So here I just tied the ribbon around so it's on the inside, and I just tied a bow. And then this one has the gold and no embossing, so that's okay. I think with the gold and no embossing, it's not as busy. And then I put the white with the vanilla, and it kind of works. Like, I think if you had vanilla and vanilla, it would just kind of get lost, but this kind of adds to it. So this one, here's the look with the vanilla look. What do you guys think? What's your favorite? Oops, hang on. There we go. What's your look? Do you like the gold and the plain? Do you like the white with the gold embossing? Or do you think you'd like the gold embossed with the gold? That's pretty too. I gotta say, that's pretty nice. What's your favorite? I don't know. I'm kind of torn. I like the white, but the gold just really pops. But this pops too. You just can't really see it. I don't know. Can you see that now? That glimmer against the black, it kind of shows a little more. I don't think you're seeing it though. I'm trying to shoot. You gotta see it in person. I'll have to have an in-person class. You can see it. Okay, and then the inside. So again, we did the circle. So it's just the circle where it cuts out all the little dots, and that's with the gold. And then I just stamped one of the greetings. So here I was going to try it with the vanilla background, so it's just like snow. And once again, it's harder to see on the camera, but I thought with the black background, it actually is really pretty when the lights hits it. I'm really sad that the camera doesn't pick it up. Oh, you can't hear me. Oh, hopefully my volume's up. Look. Hopefully it's just the noise in your house. How are the renos going? Hopefully they're going well. So yeah, so that's just another fun card with all the holes. Yeah, these holes, like the dies don't look like much in the catalog, but then you start playing with it and it's like, oh, I could do this, and oh, I could do this. So here's the tree I wanted to show you. This one, I don't know where I had embossed one of the trees as well. So this is the tree with the gold behind. This is the tree with the white. I don't know if I have a piece of I think one of my trees has the green behind it, so I'll show you. That's the white. It doesn't pop as much. Here's a similar, so this one has the tree instead of the snowflake, and I have the evening evergreen now. And then this one, I have just the kind of the snowy glow, which is super pretty also. Oh, this shadow, I'm telling you, if I do another live while I'm out here, I'm going to have to rearrange my desk so I don't have the shadow. Some other, so here's, I don't know if you guys noticed, there are these cute little, what are they called? Star Treat bags in the mini catalog. So this one I took apart the bag and I used it with the glitter behind, and this is just one of the labels and stamps. And then here's the actual bag to match, and again I just stuck a piece of the evening evergreen glimmer paper behind, so they match. You could do gold also, but I don't know, I like the evening evergreen. It's really pretty. And then there's this one. So here's the tree when it's just stamped and embossed. And then again, the dots with the gold behind. This is the 6x6 designer series paper. Again, this label was cut out with designer series paper, and then the other label on top with the ribbon. So yeah, you could do stamping and cutting. There's just so many different things you can do with this. I've only begun to play with it, and I still have so many more things I want to try and play with. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that, and hopefully I pointed out something that you didn't notice and that maybe you would love as well. I always love it when I find stuff in the catalog that I didn't necessarily like when I saw it in the catalog, but then I saw someone else or I decided to try it and it worked, and it's more than you expect it to be. So that's always cool. Anyways, hopefully that was fun for you guys as much as it was for me. And don't forget about those great new items that are in the Sale-a-Bration for free. Really, really good deals, like $45 plus things for free when you spend $120. I don't know, it seems pretty good to me. And so the host code for August, if you are on my shopping site, is this one. If you're over $200, don't use the host code. You get the rewards for yourself. And yeah, happy shopping. we will hopefully see you guys next week. Bye.